Hello everyone. Today my topic is measures of central tendency, and we will do mean of group data when the frequency distribution is given in the form of class. We will find the mean of group data when the frequency distribution is given in the form of class by three different methods: direct method, shortcut method, and by step deviation method. In direct method, formula is mean is equals to summations of fi yi divided by summations of fi, where fi is a frequency and yi is a class mark. Shortcut method, mean is equals to a plus summations of fi di divided by summations of fi, where a is assumed mean and di is equals to yi minus a. In case of a step deviation method, mean is equals to a plus c into summations of fi ui divided by summations of fi, where ui is equals to yi minus a divided by c, or we can say di divided by c also, because di is equals to yi minus a and a is equals to assumed mean and c is equals to class width. We have already discussed a direct method in our previous class. So today we will do shortcut method and step deviation method. So let's start with a shortcut method, where mean is equals to a plus summations of fi di divided by summations of fi. First question: calculate the mean of the following distribution by shortcut method. Class interval from 0 to 10, frequency is 8, 10 to 20, frequency is 5, 20 to 30, frequency is 12, 30 to 40, frequency is 35, 40 to 50 is 24, and from 50 to 60, frequency is 16. So first we'll construct a table. Class interval followed by class mark. Since we are solving this problem by a shortcut method, so I need a di. Di is equals to yi minus a, fi frequency, then fi di. Class interval from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, whose frequencies are 8, 5, 12, 35, 24, 16. We will calculate class mark. Class mark is nothing but it's the midpoint of class interval. Midpoint means we will add lower limit and upper limit and we'll divide it by 2. 0 plus 10 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 20 plus 30 is 50. 50 divided by 2 is 25. 30 plus 40 is 70. 70 divided by 2 is 35. 40 plus 50 is equals to 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. 50 plus 60 is 110 divided by 2 is 55. Now from here we will choose a. Assuming you can choose any, but the number which is at the middle will choose that. So either we'll take 25 or 35. So let's take 35 as our assumed mean. So we'll assume a is equals to 35. So di is equals to yi minus a. So in this case yi is 35 and a is also 35. So 35 minus 35 is 0. Now the value of di, which is above 0, is the negative. So 35 minus 5 is minus 30. 35 15 minus 35 is minus 20, and 25 minus 35 is minus 10, and the value of di, which is below a 0, is a positive. 45 minus 35 is a 10. 55 minus 35 is a 20. Now we'll take product of fi di. First, frequency is 35. 35 into 0 is 0. The value of fi di, which is above 0, is a negative. So minus 30 into 8 is minus 240. Minus 20 into 5 is minus 100. Minus 10 into 12 is minus 120. 10 into 24 is 240. 20 into 16 is 320. So now we'll take summations of fi. So when I add all this frequency is equals to 100. Now summations of fi di. First we'll add this negative value. 0 0 0 is a 0. 4 plus 2 is 6. 2 3 4, so it's 460 minus 460. So when I add this, it's 0 4 5 6 3 4 5, so it's a positive 560. So 560 minus 460 is equals to 100. So summations of fi di is equals to 100. First we need to add all negative values, which is equals to 460. Then I'll add a positive value, which is 560. Now 560 minus 460 is equals to 100. This you need to do it in a rough. So now we assume a is equals to 35, and formulae mean is equals to a plus summations of fi di divided by fi. So mean is equals to, instead of a, I'll write 35 plus summations of fi di is 100 and summation fi is 100. So 100 and 100 will get cancelled. It's 1. So 35 plus 1 is equals to 36. So mean is equals to 36. Next question. Calculate the mean of the following distribution by shortcut method. Take the assumed mean as 45. Give your answer correct to a 2 decimal place. So first we'll construct a table. Class interval from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, and their frequencies are 5, 2, 7, 9, 2 and 5. Class mark. How we'll calculate class mark? We'll add this to 10 plus 20 is 30 divided by 2. 15. Similarly 20 plus 30, 50 divided by 2. 25. Similarly here we'll have 35, 45, 55 and 65. Now in this case assume mean is equals to 45. So we need to choose 45 as your assume mean. So 45 minus 45 is 0, as we know that the value of di above 0 is a negative. So 15 minus 45 is minus 30. 25 minus 45 is minus 20. Then 35 minus 45 is minus 10. 55 minus 45 is 10. Then 65 minus 45 is 20. Now we need the value of fi di. So 0 into 9 is 0. Minus 30 into 5 is minus 150. Minus 20 into 2 is minus 40. Minus 10 into 7 is minus 70. 10 into 2 is 20. 20 into 5 is equals to 100. Now summation of fi is equals to 30. When I add all this frequency, we'll get 30. This one first negative, 0 0 0. 5 plus 4 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 1 2. So it's a 260, and when I add 20 and 100, it's 120. Now minus 260 plus 120. 0 minus 0 is a 0. 6 minus 2 is 4, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So summation of FIDI is equals to 140. So it's a minus 150. Why? Since 260 is greater than 120. So summation of FIDI is equals to minus 140. Please keep in mind this, you need to do it in rough. Now A is equals to 45, mean is equals to A plus summation of FIDI divided by summation of FI. Mean is equals to 45 plus summations of FIDI is minus 140 divided by 30. Here this 0 and this 0 will get cancelled. 45 plus into minus is minus. 14 divided by 3 is 4.67. Be careful, we need to give answer up to 2 decimal place. Now 45 minus 4.67 is equals to 40.33. So our mean is equals to 40.33. Next question. Calculate the mean of the following distribution by step deviation method. So class width, first we'll calculate class width. Class width means upper class limit minus lower class limit. So in this case 10 minus 0 is 10. Then we'll construct a table. Class interval is from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and their frequencies are 10, 9, 25, 30, 16 and 10. We'll calculate class mark. We'll add this to divided by 2. So 10 plus 0 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. Similarly is 15, 25, 35, 45 and 55. We'll assume A. So in this case A is equals to 35. So here now try to understand this. 35, yi is a 35 minus A is also 35. So 35 minus 35 is 0. 0 divided by C is 10. So it's a 0. The value of yi above 0 is a negative. So yi is a 5. 5 minus 35 is a minus 30 divided by C, that is divided by 10 is a minus 3. 15 15 minus 35 is a minus 20 divided by 10 is equals to minus 2. 25 minus 35 is minus 10 divided by 10 is minus 1. 45 minus 35 is a 10 divided by 10 is plus 1. 55 minus 35 is 20 divided by 10 is 2. Now we need to find the value of Fi ui. 0 into 30 is 0. Minus 3 into 10 is minus 30. Minus 2 into 9 is minus 18. Minus 1 into 25 is a minus 25. 1 into 16 is 16. 2 into 10 is a 20. I need summation of Fi. When I add this, all frequency is equals to 100. And here 8 plus 5 is 13. 3 plus 1 4, 5 6 7. So it's a minus 73. Now I need to add this to 6, 3. So summation of FIUI is equals to minus 37. 73 minus 36 is a 37. Since 73 is greater than 36 and sign of 73 is minus, so it's a minus 37. So we assume A is equals to 35 and C is equals to 10. Mean is equals to A plus C into summations of FIUI divided by summation of FI. Mean is equals to A is 35 into 10, C is 10 into FIUI is minus 37 divided by 100. So here this 0 and just 0 will get cancelled. 35 plus into minus is minus. 37 divided by 10 is 3.7. Mean is equals to 35 minus 3.7 is equals to 31.3. Next, calculate the mean of the following distribution by step deviation method. C. Upper class limit minus lower class limit is equals to 10. We'll construct a table. Class interval 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70 and 70 to 80. The frequencies are 10, 6, 8, 12, 5 and 9. Class mark, we'll add this 2 is equals to 50 divided by 2 is 25. We'll get 35, 45, 55, 65 and 75. We'll assume A. So in this case A is equals to 35. A is equals to 55. 55 minus 55 is 0. 0 divided by 10 is 0. 25 minus 55 is minus 30 divided by 10 is minus 3. 35 minus 55 is a minus 20 divided by 10 is minus 2. 45 minus 55 is a minus 10 divided by 10 is minus 1. So I'll get here 1 and 2. Now I need FIUI. 0 into 12 is 0. Minus 3 into 10 is minus 30. Minus 2 into 6 is minus 12. Minus 1 into 8 is a minus 8. 1 into 5 is a 5. 2 into 9 is equals to 18. Summations of FI is equals to 50. Here minus 8, 9, 10 it's 0, 3, 4, 5. So when I add minus 30, minus 12 and minus 8, I'll get minus 50. 18 plus 5 is equals to 23. So summations of FIUI is equals to minus 27. A is equals to 55, C is equals to 10. Mean is equals to A plus C into summations of FIUI divided by summations of FI. Mean is equals to 55 plus 10. C is 10 into minus 27 divided by 50. This 0 and this 0 will get cancelled. 55 minus 27 divided by 5 is 5.4. So 55 minus 5.4 is equals to 49.6.